Keep your cameras on and microphone muted. I did not say switch off your cameras, did I? Anybody has any question to ask about writing styles?
Good morning, ma'am.
Hello.
Good morning, ma'am.
Morning.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning. Yes, Ravi Raj, I have received your assignment and I will rectify and send it back to you.
Yes, ma'am.
I said I've received your assignment, your write-up on writing styles.
मैम कल मैंने अपने मेल से आईडी से आपके मेल पर मैंने सेंड कर दिया था।
तो वही तो हम कह रहे हैं. That is what I am updating you. I have seen it, I have read it, and I will rectify and I will send it back to you.
ओके मैम. मैम उसमें क्या क्या मिस्टेक्स मिले?
आपको हम लिख के बताएंगे ना. I'll tell you. I will write and rectify and send it back to you. Okay. So I would like to inform you that next class will be MARQ, monthly assessment revision quiz. Hello. पहले बैच 2 का लेंगे या फिर उसके बाद फिर बैच 1 का लेंगे. ठीक है. पहले बैच 2 and batch 1. So please be prepared. Whatever lessons you have learned, general English, grammar, whatever. Right. So anybody has any question regarding writing skills? In writing skills, they are descriptive, narrative, expository, and argumentative. And in writing skills, report writing is also included. Though report writing is a different chapter altogether. So we are going to do report writing today. And as I said, people who have attended the bridge class, this was already done in bridge class, and you made reports also. But then we are taking a look at it and learning by doing. Reports are things which already happened in the past. So whatever you have seen, whatever you have heard, you take down, you recollect from your memory, and you may take down the reports. So can anybody define what is report? In a report, can you write anything from your memory, from something which you know, something which you feel? Do reports have personal opinions? Hello, I asked. क्या तुम किसी रिपोर्ट में अपने मन से कुछ लिख सकते हो क्या?
नो मैम.
नहीं लिख सकते हो. क्यों?
मैम बिकॉज मैम जो चीज होती है मैम हमें रिपोर्ट में वही लिखना होता है. मैम सपोज कि हम मैम अगर किसी इवेंट को मैम इंट्रोड्यूस कर रहे हैं रिपोर्ट में, तो मैम हमें वही बताना है जो उस इवेंट में हुआ था. मैम हमें अपना कुछ पर्सनल ओपिनियन या कुछ अपना पर्सनल शेयरिंग नहीं देना है उसमें.
पर्सनल ओपिनियन नहीं होता है. व्हाटएवर इट इज बेस्ड ऑन फैक्ट्स.
यस मैम.
रिपोर्ट्स ऑलवेज फैक्चुअल. You cannot add or subtract anything. अगर आप कुछ ऐड करते हो या कुछ निकाल के देते हो, एक पेज मिसिंग हो जाता है तुम्हारा, you want to hide some data which will be not good. The report will be not authentic and it will be termed as a false report. Anamika. So let us take a look at what is report writing. Some things do matter, and of course you will be making reports For example, if I ask you to make a report on your bridge class, those who have attended the bridge class, can you write a report on bridge class? Please raise your hand. How many of you have attended bridge class? Bridge 2, bridge 1. Is there anybody from bridge 1? रविराज तुम ब्रिज 1 से ही हो क्या? नहीं, तुम ब्रिज 2 में हो रविराज. अभिषेक?
Yes, ma'am.
You have attended the bridge class, no?
Yes, ma'am. Bridge 2.
Bridge 2 तुम मिलिंद तुम?
Ma'am, he was also there in Bridge 2.
Bridge 2.
Anybody from bridge 1? Anyways, so can you give me a report on whatever happened in bridge 2? आप रिपोर्ट दे सकते हो क्या?
Yes, ma'am.
उसमें क्या क्या लिखोगे तुम आप?
Ma'am, what were the things we were taught in Bridge
Okay.
Stout?
You will
Ma'am.
not write anything which did not happen.
Yes, ma'am.
For example, तुम नहीं लिखोगे कि हम लोग को घुमाने ले जाया गया था. We went to Rajgir and all that. So you
Yes,
cannot. कोई मनगढ़ंत वाली बात, कोई something from your own will not be there. It is always any report, and each and every report is based on facts. So these are factual reports which actually did happen. So you cannot add anything from your own side. You cannot build up a story. So it is always based on facts, right? So can anybody give me a description of what really happened actually? Let me see if you remember who took what. मैंने क्या बढ़ाया था आपको बताइए. अब क्या can you give a report, a verbal report on who did what? Yes, Abhishek.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, I have to give report on what we have done.
Can
in
you
Bridge
give a
classes.
verbal report? You are reporting to me, so
Yes,
I'm
ma'am.
asking you something. So yeah, you are reporting it to me. So
Yes,
I
ma'am.
need to know what actually happened. Supposing I was not there and I'm an outsider, so I
Yes,
would
ma'am.
like to know what actually happens in bridge class. So you're talking to an outsider, somebody
ma'am.
who would like to know. So I'm your audience who does not know anything about.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So you tell me what actually happened.
Ma'am, in Bridge class, ma'am, we were, ma'am, there were special classes for us to, ma'am, enhance our skills, such as there were speaking classes, speech classes. Ma'am, you were taking our speaking classes about various things.
No, you were taking. I am an outsider.
Oh,
No?
okay, ma'am. Sorry, ma'am. Sanjana ma'am was taking our speaking classes that about new topics. Ma'am, Sanjana ma'am was giving us daily new assignment to prepare a speech and then deliver to her. This were the things.
This is the thing, huh?
Yes, ma'am.
ये तो पूरा वेग हो गया ना. किस तरह के टॉपिक्स वो पूरा रिपोर्ट में पूरी डालनी होती है कि some topics were discussed and we were given our own we were made to choose our own topics. For example, so these were the topics we wrote about and then we presented in the class. Abhishek, बिल्कुल डिटेल अकाउंट होना चाहिए ना कैसे क्या हुआ. एक गोल गोल बात करोगे तो फिर समझ में नहीं आएगा. अच्छा ये क्या था वो क्या था. There will be a lot of questions hanging. A report should be compact, concise and precise. एकदम क्या है. ठीक है. It should be written in such a way so that it should include all the relevant points, right? चलिए मिलिंद से पूछते हैं. Yes, मिलिंद.
Yes, ma'am.
Give me a report of नहीं हम तुमको देते हैं. Give me a report of vocabulary classes. बस तुमको एक रिपोर्ट देना. चलो बताओ.
Ma'am, in vocabulary classes, Nitish sir used to take our classes. It was of 1 hour class every day, and he used to give us.
Okay. What was the start date? When was the end date? वो सब होना चाहिए ना. The bridge class started on such and such date and it ended in this place.
Yes,
And at this stage, and talking about vocabulary class, this is your subject. So how many words were taught to you, and what were those words like? For example.
Hello.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, I'm listening.
Yes. So our first class was on 13th of July. Yes, on 13th of July. And on the first class, Nitish sir was introducing himself and what he used to teach us in this vocabulary classes. And he in between July to August of September, he gave us around more than 200 words, which was very useful for us. And he used to give us some words
तुमने एक 1 minute मिलिंद, you are using this term used to, क्या मतलब होता है इसका?
Ma'am, he used to, which means that which is in a regular habit of him.
नहीं,
So
तुमने what do you mean so? used to एक past expression है मिलिंद, जिसको मतलब किया करते थे. ऐसा थोड़ी नीतीश sir will always be taking up vocabulary classes, right? So used to मतलब किया करते थे. I had been doing, he had been doing. There's nothing about past tense over here. Done and dusted खत्म हो गया, आगे नहीं होगा, ऐसा थोड़ी ना. Had been का मतलब होता है, used to मतलब होता है वो किया करते थे, अभी वो नहीं करेंगे. Right? The expression used to means something which was being done and which will no longer be repeated. Like I had been attending St. Joseph's Convent High School, which is a thing of the past. I will never go back to the school again, right? क्या मतलब होता है had been, अभिषेक? मैं उन्हीं से बात कर रही हूँ जिनके शक्लें मुझे दिख रही हैं. So I'm sorry about the others who have switched their cameras on. Had been doing और have been doing का अंतर बताइए.
when have been is used in it is a verb which is used in a present perfect tense, and had been is in a past perfect tense.
For example?
For example means the thing which we are going in a past or present tense.
We are going.
Which we are doing in a past or present tense.
What? Have been.
Yes, ma'am, have been. And
Had
past
been?
tense had been in past tense.
For example?
For example, ma'am, that for example, we had been attending our bridge classes in July to October or August.
Which you will not go back to bridge class again. That class, जो
yes,
activity जो हो चुका है, an activity which started in the past and finished in the past, right? Had been. And have been, something which started in the past is still continuing. And it will be continuing.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
You have been coming to CIMAGE since 2021, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And you had been attending whatever school you went to, whichever school you went to, right? So had been का फंडा बस नहीं रहता है कि something which started in the past and it finished in the past. It happened for some time और फिर past में ही खत्म हो गया, right? So used to and had been is the same thing. I had been attending this class. I used to go to the XYZ school. So do not use used to. तुम लोग समझते हो कि used to मतलब कि कोई something which is a habitual. अगर आप बोलते हैं I am quite used to playing the guitar, it means you are quite accustomed to. Yes, continue, Milind. You're giving a report.
Yes, ma'am. So our first class was on 13th of July, in which he gave us an introduction and what he will teach in the vocabulary class. And in between 12th of July, 13th of July till
Okay. तो मैंने आपको सिंपल एक्सरसाइज दिया है कि गिव अ रिपोर्ट और ब्रिज क्लास. तो उसमें मेरा कहने का मतलब है, the only point I want you to understand is you will not write anything which did not happen. Reports are based on facts. You cannot include anything. इसको भी लगा देते, उसको भी जोड़ देते, उसको हटा देते, नहीं कर सकते आप, because that is not done in a report. ऐसा करते हो तो तुम्हारा रिपोर्ट फॉल्स हो जाता है. So factual reports are basically of two kinds. One is planned, a planned report, and one is accidental. Like, what do these newspapers, what stories do these newspapers give you? Report about any accident, any incident, any event, something which happened. Nobody plans an accident. Something which happened and the report, you have to report on that.
मैम
It can be accident. Yes.
वेटिंग रूम में बच्चे इंतजार कर रहे हैं मैम 10 मिनट हो गए
They should attend on start the class on time. So reports are based, number one, the first point which should come in your mind is reports are based on facts.
Ma'am,
Yeah, Priyanka.
ma'am, we can say that based upon
Based upon
real incidents.
naturally something which happened and you create a report, you make a report. For example, there was a blood donation camp held at CIMAGE a couple of years back. So students wrote a report on that, wherein they wrote about the details of what actually happened. कितने बच्चों ने blood donation दिया था, कौन डॉक्टर्स आए थे, किस हॉस्पिटल से आए थे, और क्या क्या हुआ था. That was completely given a true account on whatever happened that day. उसमें they cannot say that there were something which did not happen, वो नहीं कर सकते लोग, right? So it is always based on facts. Ayushi, this is not a singing class. Yes, as you like it class बना दियो. It is not as you like it, no? And most importantly, those with the cameras off, are you calling yourself in the Eklavya group? You cannot call yourself in the Eklavya group because you're so scared of facing the camera. So what kind of public speaking you will do? You are so afraid of facing the camera. You don't want people to see you, huh? You remain to be hidden, keeping a low profile. What kind of managers would you become? So anyways, let us start with report writing. I just gave you a layout of what is what. And let us go into the details of, please take down some notes, whatever it is. So the first question is define report writing. Yes.
मैम पीडीएफ भेज दीजिएगा मैम ग्रुप में.
ठीक है, भेज दूंगी.
आपसे बोल रहे थे मैम आप.
Define report writing.
डिस्क्रिप्टिव और नैरेटिव राइटिंग है.
Okay. So a report is a document that presents information. So a report is a document that presents information in an organized format. For a specific audience and purpose. It should have a purpose, it should have an audience. All the summaries of report may be delivered orally. For example, right now you were giving a report on bridge class. Like Milind and Abhishek were talking about what actually happened in bridge classes, right? So it can be summarized, delivered orally. Complete reports are almost always in the form of document. It is always, complete report is always documented or written, although you can summarize it orally. Somebody wants to ask any question?
अच्छा, कल पैसा कैसे नहीं बढ़ेगा? डब्बा से निकालते तो डब्बा में तो डालती नहीं है, तो डब्बा वाला तो इसमें जरा कल ना 15
पूरी बातचीत पूरी घर से करनी है, क्लास नहीं अटेंड करना. मैम कुछ क्वेश्चन पूछ रही है, उसका जवाब नहीं देना. What kind of, how much focused you are? It just shows how focused you are in your studies. God, I thought कि कोई हमसे कुछ क्वेश्चन पूछ रहा है, so I just stopped the sharing and came to ask what is happening. What questions do you have in your mind? Yep.
अच्छा बोलने पे लगा मैम कि क्वेश्चन आस्क करना चाहता है कोई.
Okay. Defining report. A report is a document that presents information, that gives information, that talks about information, vital information. It informs. A report informs. Now, do not copy words from the text. Always make your own sentences. So a report is a written document, a document that gives information in what? In an organized format. In business communication, every writing, every specific style, it has a specific style, whether it's letter writing, whether it is writing style, report writing, memos, minutes of the meeting, agenda, everything has a format. Similarly, reports also have a format in an organized format. And for a specific audience, a report always has audience, specific audience. It can be general audience, it can be specific. Orally, you can summarize the report. For example, just now Abhishek and Milind were talking about orally about what happened in the bridge class. If I ask you to write that, that has to be done in a proper way. But complete reports, if I ask you guys to give a report on the bridge class, it has to be a complete report. Complete reports are almost always in the form of written documents. Why it is done? To give people information about what you have seen, heard, or done. In the newspaper or the television or radio, to write or speak about something that has happened. So these are all reports are all about. Newspaper, you write a report about, or in radio, you speak about something that has happened. If you see the news on TV, what do they give you? They are telling you, you're not reading it out, you're listening to them. They are speaking about what happened. So they cannot make things up. They cannot make things up. मन गठन वाली बात नहीं हो सकती यहाँ पर. जो नहीं है वो आप नहीं दे सकते हैं. False report नहीं दे सकते आप. So reports are always factual description. It means reports are compiled, are made on facts, data, which is written step by step. It has a process. It has a clear purpose. What is the clear purpose of a medical report? What is the clear purpose of your progress report? What is the clear purpose of your attendance report? So that your parents can know how many classes you have attended. So all reports have a clear purpose. And reports have a particular audience. Sometimes the audience can be fixed, sometimes general. For people who are writing for the newspaper, the audience is all those people who read the newspaper. People who are in enquiry, police, etc. You go to the police station and they write a first information report. That also has a particular audience, specific audience. So the newspaper, the police, or any inquiry center, any kind of doctor's report, everything has an audience. The medical report, which is prepared for what is the purpose of that, so that the doctor can see what is the problem and can be given medicines. Now, what are the important points?
Ma'am,
Yeah,
what is fixed audience?
fixed audience. रिपोर्ट्स बहुत तरह का होता है और ऑडियंस कभी फिक्स भी होते हैं, कभी फिक्स नहीं होते हैं. फॉर एग्जाम्पल हम तुमको बोल रहे हैं कि ब्रिज क्लास के लिए तुमको रिपोर्ट देना है, तो यहाँ पर ऑडियंस कौन तुम्हारे हुए, किसके लिए लिख रहे हो तुम?
Ma'am,
You are writing for me.
Yes, ma'am.
So your audience is me. People who write in the newspaper किसके लिए लिखते हैं? उनके लिए लिखते हैं जो न्यूज़पेपर पढ़ रहे हैं,
रीड करते हैं.
मेडिकल रिपोर्ट जो होते हैं, जैसे ब्लड रिपोर्ट है, एक्सरे रिपोर्ट है, वो किसके लिए बनाई जाती है? फॉर जनरल पब्लिक? नो, दे राइट इट फॉर अ पर्टिकुलर डॉक्टर, राइट? सो एवरी रिपोर्ट हैज अ पर्टिकुलर ऑडियंस, राइट? Understood?
Yeah, ma'am, understood.
Yeah, all important points to remember. When you're writing a report, be factual. Write only the facts and write step by step. Do not add information on your own. Number 2, it should be in indirect speech. Now, what is direct and indirect? Tell me.
Ma'am, direct speech is that which we can say directly, or indirect speech is that which which someone says.
Ma'am, direct speech we say as usual, as it is.
He said, I want to go. And what is indirect speech?
She told
that.
She told, she remarked. The function was organized by, isn't it? So in grammar, you use indirect speech, passive voice, and it must be in third person, right? Not I, not you. You do not use pronouns like I, me, you. No. It should always be in a third person account. For example, the blood donation camp was organized at such and such date, at such and such place, where dash students donated blood. So you're writing it, taking it in a third person's account. Third person का मतलब क्या है? I नहीं, you नहीं, me नहीं लगाना है, we नहीं लगाना है. It was done by. And all reports must answer the following questions. Number 5. When it happened, where it happened, why it happened, what actually happened. So, what, when, where, why, who did what, when, where, why, what, who, and how. All the 5 W's and 1 H होना चाहिए उस report में. If your report is answering all these questions, all the WH questions, it means you are on the right path. Right? So what was Milind talking about? He was talking about bridge class. What was Abhishek talking was, he was talking about bridge class. So what was it? It was bridge class. When it happened, on such and such, where it happened, boring road. Why it happened? To promote students, to bridge the gap of students. So what? It was bridge class. Who did it? The team, academic team. How it happened? Through presentations, through PPTs, through speeches, debates, whatever. It answers the question. What, when, how, where, who, and how. So all reports should answer all the 5 W's and 1 H. Now, the format of a report. What points would you remember in writing a report? This is question number 2. What points would you keep in mind while writing a report? So the question answers, see the answer to the question. The third question is, what is the format of a report? What is the format? What is the layout? I believe all this was done in bridge class, if you remember. Number 1 is the headline. Headline means, how many points are there? 7 points are there. So let us talk technical. The report has, the format has the 7 points to format of a report. Number 1 is the headline. Headline means?
Heading.
Heading. What is this report about? Bridge class, Inspiro, Business English class, first semester. So it can be just about anything. It can be about online classes.
या मैम अभी सेकेंड वर्ल्ड वार इन यूक्रेन ये भी हेडलाइन में दे सकते
हाँ। कर सकते हो एनीथिंग हेडलाइन, जैसे आप न्यूज पढ़ जो सुनते हैं एंड देन हेडलाइन वंस अगेन. सो द हेडलाइन. अभी आपसे रिपोर्ट सुनेंगे हम आज के दिन का, किसने किसने न्यूज़पेपर पढ़ा हुआ है वो बताएंगे. एनीवेज, नंबर 1 इज द हेडलाइन. इट मींस what is the subject of your report? What are you writing about? Are you writing about Inspiro? No. Are you writing about bridge class? No. Are you writing about Teachers Day program? Maybe. If you remember the Teachers Day program, it can be just about anything. So headline, it means the topic. Byline, मतलब अगर यहाँ पर बाय लाइन मतलब है कि यहाँ पर मतलब होता है कि कौन ये रिपोर्ट लिख रहा है। Byline. Report written by Parvinder Kaur. In the center, you will write the headline. Center में होना चाहिए. And on the left side, you will write your name. Extreme left, you will write by date and the reporters. Left side, you will write the date, and parallelly and the right side, you will write your name. Report on bridge class. Date 24th of February 2022. Extreme right, you will write report prepared by Abhishek Singh, all the students of BBA, BB batch 1 and batch 2. Right. करने से होगा, learning by doing it. I will give you the format. So byline and date line एक ही line में होता है. Center में topic, byline, date line, and the opening part. Number 4 is the opening part. You're talking about the problem, what, where, and why. Number 4. Number 5 is the details, and which answers with the question when, where, what, who, and how. So number 4 क्या है? You're talking about what happened, कहाँ हुआ और क्यों हुआ. Or number 5, when it happened, where it happened, and what, who, and how. The details about it. You're answering in details. Number 6 is the concluding statement. You are concluding it. 6th. And 7 is the box. What is the box?
We can put a report writing in a box.
In a box.
And the reader can understand the report.
Yes. बॉक्स बना करके उसमें आप उसमें डाल देंगे उस रिपोर्ट को. तो कितने हुए? नंबर 1 हेडलाइन, नंबर 2 बाय लाइन, नंबर 3 डेट लाइन, नंबर 4 ओपनिंग पार्ट, नंबर 5 details or the body of the report wherein you include all the details of what happened. Number 6 you're concluding it, and number 7 put it all in a box. Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Only Parvinder yes ma'am बोल रही है. What are the rest of the students doing?
Yes, ma'am. Understood.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. चलिए यहाँ आपको हमने दे दिया, एक फॉर्मेट बना दिया, इसी तरह से आप बना लेंगे. चलिए ठीक है. और ये पूरी हो गई, बॉक्स के अंदर बन गई. और ये रिपोर्ट इज ऑन
फ्लड रिलीफ.
फ्लड रिलीफ रिपोर्ट है.
मैम ये हमने पढ़ा हुआ है.
पढ़ा है ना आपने? ब्रिज क्लास में पढ़ा था.
यस मैम.
यस.
तो आप इसको फ्लड रिलीफ छोड़ देंगे, इसको कुछ और बनाएंगे ना उसको.
ओके
ये
मैम.
सैंपल मैंने दे दिया आपको फॉर स्टूडेंट्स हु हैव नॉट अटेंडेड द ब्रिज क्लास. अभिषेक मैंने पहले ही कहा था ना, सब
Okay, ma'am.
स्टूडेंट्स हैव नॉट अटेंडेड, लाइक बैच 2 के लिए अटेंड किए होंगे.
ओके मैम.
हम लोग भी नहीं किए हैं मैम.
हाँ इसी
हम लोग भी नहीं किए मैम.
ठीक है, दैट्स ओके.
मैम टॉपिक चेंज कर दें यहाँ पे फ्लड रिलीफ की जगह.
हाँ
खुद से कोई टॉपिक पे लिख लेंगे.
आप फॉर्मेट समझ लीजिए फिर खुद लिखिएगा. ठीक है. यहाँ पर जो मर्जी आए हेडलाइन. अब दिस इज द हेडलाइन, राइट?
यस मैम.
Choose any topic and give the headline. Change the date. Change the name. I mean your name. And then this is the report. Read the report and make a similar report. ये आप करके दिखाओगे. Let me conclude this. So heading and title जैसे मैंने बताया था. Date and place by opening part. सभी एक ही पैराग्राफ में होना चाहिए. Opening part 1 2 3 4 lines. Opening part. Details. It should be not more than 150 words. 100 to 150 words. And then finally you will conclude it. Right? Any question you have? Anybody from Bridge 2, please read this flood relief report. Sabeta padho.
Yes, ma'am. Flood relief. Patna, October 4, 2019 by Santosh Kumar. Due to heavy rain for the last 3 days, the low-lying areas of adjoining areas were submerged in water, causing great damage and inconvenience to the people.
Okay.
All links
This is the opening part.
Yes, ma'am.
And then the details about it. Padho.
All links were disrupted, making life miserable as people were forced to bottle for bare necessities. Rescue camps have come up to aid the people suffering from the disaster. The government and other social agencies are working round the clock to rescue those in need with food packets, medicines, and all necessary amenities.
All right. यहाँ तक डिटेल्स हो गया, क्या क्या गवर्नमेंट कर रही है, क्या क्या पीपल हेल्प कर रहे हैं, एक दूसरे को मदद कर रहे हैं, और किस तरह से ऑल लिंक्स वर डिसरप्टेड एंड लाइफ वाज मिजरेबल. So what did the government do? What did the people do to help them? And now the concluding line should always be a one-liner which should be catchy. What was last time?
There was no loss of life, which is saving grace.
So the last sentence was concluding sentence. There was no loss of life. मतलब जान मान का कोई नुकसान नहीं हुआ. Which is a saving grace. कम से कम इतना तो हुआ कि दिक्कतें हुई, लेकिन nobody lost his life. So there was no loss of life, which is a saving grace, which is a blessing. Okay. So this is the report on waterlogging, flood, or whatever happened that day. So I will be sending you this. So you may remember, you may not remember, but then this is required for you to make a report. Now tell me what report are you making on? Any question, BBA batch 2? Technical know-how. What should be included? Formal address. Like a report is a brief document, a brief account of an event that has already taken place. The report helps in recording the events of importance that occur in our day-to-day life. It attempts to present the first-hand information of an incident or event. A report of an event presents a record of events that took place. A report of an event includes one's ideas, opinions, and impressions about the event. It means how well you can recollect and bring forth something which really happened. Again, I'm saying you will, it is the first information record. What you have seen, what you have heard should be included. So this is already done. Mention the place, date, time, and other relevant facts about the event. Include information collected from the people around or affected by the event. For example, if you are making a report on any disaster, any earthquake or something, you will go there and ask people, you will interview people, isn't it? Collect information collected from the people around or affected by the event. Write the name of the reporter, provide a suitable heading or title, write in past tense, write in reported speech and use passive voice form expression, develop ideas, causes, reasons, consequences, opinions logically. Write in a less formal and more descriptive manner while writing a report for a school magazine. Present your ideas and impression to make the report interesting. So marks can be awarded for title, reporter's name, content, expression, accuracy, and fluency. So, and then we'll come back to what is in your module. That is a different kind of report. That should have a title page. That should have an abstract, discussions, conclusions, how you have made this report. We'll discuss that in the next class. In the next class is your mark you, but then this will be report writing to be continued. It will take another 4 to 5 days for me to complete this, because you need to know this in details.
Ma'am, excuse me, ma'am.
Yeah.
Ma'am, marking will be in Google Forms or in, ma'am, you will ask us questions orally.
No, there's a format for mark, multiple choice question. That once it happened, no.
Ma'am, no, ma'am, because ma'am, rest of the teachers are taking it in Google Forms.
No, maybe, but mine will be in the marking format only.
Okay, ma'am.
So that's it for today.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thanks a lot, ma'am.